Hey guys, John and Jackie of OpenLove101.com. The question today is, what do you do if you're in a situation when you're with another couple, like we're a couple with another couple, and the person you're with is having trouble staying hard, or I'm having trouble staying hard. And it's really very, very common. I mean, I know there's a misconception out there that all swingers are just perfect when it comes to sex, but when you're with new people, you're a little nervous. Maybe you've already, maybe you and I've already made love that during the day or a couple hours prior to that. And so it's, I'm stressed or someone's stressed. I mean, there can be all kinds of reasons why we're not able to be as hard as we want to be.
Okay.
What do we do about that?
What do we do about that?
I think one of the main things is if really, it's really important for you to be hard, maintain an erection, is maybe swap back with your partner. I'd reach over to you and if I saw that maybe the guy you were with was having trouble, mm-hmm. I would suggest let's switch back to be with our spouses.
Right.
And
we've even done that.
And we have. And normally when a man gets with his wife, he's going to have an easier time because there's a familiarity there that they've had for a long time. I know with you, I never have a problem, right?
Right.
So that's one of the easy ways to do it. Try something else with the person you're with, in terms of getting hard. If either a blowjob or touching or some lube or something like that. There's other things you can do to try and see if you can get hard. Now, I know from experience, once I'm at that place where my nerves are just killing me, it's really difficult to get past that point. And for me, the best way, if I were in that position, would be to get with you.
Okay. So what if I'm not there? What if it's just you by yourself? What do you do?
So, the thing is, I think we have this, I think it's a misconception that you're all about penetration.
Yeah.
And there's more to sex than just penetration. And I think that's the main thing here. If for some reason I'm not able to stay hard, I'm going to try something else with you that doesn't involve that.
It is so interesting that you would bring that up because that's so true, right? I mean, just think about it. If I say I have had sex with somebody, what's going to be your thought? Your thought's going to probably be that I've had intercourse, right?
Right.
Which is going to require you to be hard. But what if that's not happening? And do we associate sex so much with intercourse mm-hmm. that we're missing out on like this really big picture
right.
of what we can do? And that's such a great comment because while, I'm sure you would like to be hard, and to be able to engage in that. If that's not happening, well, what are the other things that we can do, right? Like you said, there's so many other ways that we can have sex without having intercourse. And that can tackle a lot of different issues. And those might be other videos, where we can discuss that. But I think for right here, there's so many things that can be done that will take the pressure off of the man. Well, first of all, we can focus on the woman, right? So
well, that's what we're doing. We are, yeah. I mean, absolutely. That's what's happening here.
Right.
So if you can't have intercourse, then what am I going to do to make you happy? And so one of those things, use my hand.
You can use your hand. It can be
go
oral,
down on you.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can ask if you have a toy. We can use a toy.
You can use a toy.
So there's definitely other things. And the other thing that this does, I think I know there are a lot of women out there that don't necessarily have an orgasm through just penetration. They need some kind of stimulus to their clitoris. And I think, in our lifestyle, probably a lot of people understand that, but there's some that I know that don't, because I haven't, guys you've been with, I haven't seen that really happen. But it's important to think about that. And if you're having trouble being hard anyway in some situation, then definitely use your tongue. Regardless, you should always try and make your partner have an orgasm, I think.
Yeah.
If it's someone new or not. And if not all women are able to have an orgasm through penetration, then I think it's important to have foreplay, except make the foreplay last a long enough period of time. And some women it doesn't take very long, and some it does, in order to get her to the point of climax or orgasm.
Right. And, we don't think about this. Like I'm not thinking about this when I'm with a play partner, right? I'm not thinking about maybe the stress or pressure that my play partner is maybe going through in that. And like you said, sometimes if you get off onto a different thought pattern, it can be really hard to get back on that.
Yeah.
And so, it can really feel like a lot of pressure for the man if he's not staying hard, and there's this hyperactive attention on that. That's really kind of unfair. And so if we can take some of that pressure off of the guys and say, well, there's these other things that we can do, so we don't have to stay so.
And I think that it would be helpful if the woman were able to do that. If you're in that situation,
right.
Say, it's okay. It doesn't matter what's going on down there. Why don't we try something else for a while? I really love when you go down on me. Why don't we do that?
Right.
And it will take that pressure off the guy to know you're okay with that not happening.
I agree.
And
it will also give women an opportunity to speak up as well. In owning their orgasms too, right? To be able to say, hey, let's pay a little attention to this region.
And I think if you're a woman that doesn't have an orgasm through penetration, it's important, as Jackie said, to speak up. And so maybe in the middle of sex, say, hey, would you mind going down on me for a little while? Or I know there are some people that aren't into that, so maybe
maybe you have your toy or your finger.
Yes.
There's lots of different ways that you can do it, and there's lots of books out there now that can go into a lot of detail about getting intimate with your own body, right? To find out what you find pleasurable, and that can be another benefit of being in an open relationship is you're in an environment where that is you're invited to participate in that, to really get to know your body. It would be interesting to know like the percentage of people that are in open relationships or swinger or poly, anything where there's this non-monogamy going on that's either consensual or ethical, however you want to label that, where where this kind of equality in orgasms is taking place. Is that happening? Are we making sure that everybody's orgasm is important, and are we not pressuring? Are we not putting too much pressure on the guys and leaving it up to them to be the ones that they've got to perform this thing in order for our play time to be considered successful? Or are we engaging with with everybody, with both partners?
Yeah.
So
great point. All right. Sign up for our email list at openlove101.com. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.
See ya.
Got a big day tonight? You want to make sure you get lots of great sex? And subscribe below. Or you may not. Jackie.